Hey guys, what a day. What on earth is going on in the markets, guys? As I sit here, just moved into the close. The NASDAQ is down 4.3%. The Russell Index is down 3%. The Dow Jones is down 2.2%. The S&P 5 is down 2.9%. Another day of selling off. Extremely volatile market to the downside. Wow, is all I can say. Wow. Um, but that doesn't stop us making gains. That still doesn't stop us making profits. As intraday traders, as day traders, uh, we take advantage of volatility. So the VIX is actually up 18 points today. So that speaks a lot about the increased volatility of market. Well, 18.4% up on the days where the VIX finished. Now, the VIX, if you're unfamiliar, is what they call the fear index, and it's a measure of volatility in the market. So we're currently at 32 on the VIX index, which says that the markets are very volatile. Now, I don't mind from a trading perspective, I don't mind whether the market is trending downwards in a bearish fashion or whether it's trending upwards in a bullish fashion, because we can always take advantage of that volatility as intraday traders. There's always a stock moving with the trend, and there's always a stock, moving against the trend. So that helps when the wider markets are just ranging sideways and moving sideways. That's really when it becomes difficult to trade, and you don't a lot of times you don't get the follow through, get the parabolic movers that we've seen in this last couple of days. So what did we trade today? Well, we traded four stocks. We traded one to the upside and to the downside, and we traded our savior from yesterday. A great move yesterday, but we've traded it again today on the reversal. It sold off initially, and then we got the reversal and the move up, which was NKTX or Carter. But we traded SKYH, and that let us down. We lost quite a bit of money on that one, and we traded VERU, which yet again VERU was profitable for. So I've got to be honest. Another good day's trading. We finished almost $9,000 up on the day in terms of trade profit and loss. However, we have been actively trading for most of the day, so we've racked up a few commissions. At one stage, we were trading one stock and VERU, getting the moves up, taking a bit of profit, and then it was coming back and pulling a bit too far back and stopping us out for the position. We're continually getting stopped out, which meant that whilst we were making profits, incremental profits, we were racking up the. It's been an expensive day in terms of commissions. We've got over 1,300 bucks in terms of fees, ECN fees and charges and transaction fees, etc. So it's an expensive day today, but we're still going to be 7,500 net gain on the day, which takes us on to $60,000 equity position coming into the last 3 trading days of the month. So going back to what I was saying in my recap yesterday, to be at $60,000, so over $30,000 up on the month, and over $56,000 up from our low position on the month. If I go back 12 days, we were at 4,200 equity. We've moved from $4,200 in 12 trading days to over $60,000. We've been trading really well. Some of the stocks have helped us with that, with the way they've set up and the way we've been able to trade that. But I've got to be happy with the performance, even though it's unlikely we're going to get the 6-figure gains that we look for on the month. We're still got to be happy with what we're taking away for April so far, providing we don't give it all back. Nothing is Nothing is assured. So with that being said, I'm going to talk you through 2 trades today. I'll talk you through it. In fact, I'll talk you through all of the trades. Why not? I may as well. And I will see you bright and early, first thing before the market opens. We trade from 1 p.m. Live on stream every single trading day from London time or Dublin time, where I'm based, which is actually 8 a.m. market time. So come join us live. And before I go into the trades, remember to hit the subscription thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. You get notified when we are going live. Today we went and traded, well, we didn't trade, we observed Power Hour and provided our running commentary, but occasionally we will trade Power Hour, and I'll go into the trade. So guys, we traded 4 stocks today, and first one we traded was NKTX. This is what we made over $20,000 on this particular stock yesterday. We made over $30,000 on this stock and gave back $10,000. But we finished across the course of the day over $20,000 in profit on this stock yesterday. And I was expecting a continuation today. It had held the majority of its gains, so it moved up from $7.77 yesterday up to, it tapped in just out of hours. It actually tapped $20, so it moved up 157% on the day, and a little bit more than that in terms of out of hours as well, after hours. So it was a really volatile stock, a really good stock, but it was easy to trade yesterday. I was looking for a continuation, and we decided this was going to be our first stock to trade. We were watching for a move. We were looking for it to break above. It was consolidating below the VWAP. We were looking for some volume to come in and it to break the VWAP for an entry position. And that's where we got in. It broke the VWAP. We got in. It pushed up to 1710 and then pulled back, and we exited. And that was a loss for us. So we actually lost money there. So then we went to SKYH Harbour Group. Tried our best to trade this, and unfortunately SKYH Harbour started off, and we ended up at one stage kind of $10,000 down at one stage. Our first trade, we looked for a move up. It moved back against us. So then we waited for it to pull back. We got in again and looked for it to pull up. It went against us. And this was effectively the story of SKYH Harbour. We were finding entry points, particularly on the 1-minute time frame, and we never got the breakouts that we want. Or it would move up slightly, not quite reach the target, then pull back. And it was reaching a level where I was putting my stops in place, and it would hit the stop me out, and then move back up. So I decided to broaden my stops, and we then were able to claw a little bit back. So we were about $10,000 back down to start off with, and then we clawed that back, and we finished trading SKYH Harbour, and we were about $5,000 down. Then we moved to VERU, which was very good for us. So VERU was a little bit red on the day. It was just trading below the VWAP, and it was also trading below yesterday's closing price. So we moved over to VERU. We had a look at VERU. It was looking strong based on it. It held most of its gains from yesterday and most of its gains from last week. So as it started to move up on a little bit of volume, we got this little pullback. That's what we looked for. But we got this pullback to the VWAP, and that's when we entered. So as the move up, we got the next candle to make a new high. But we got the move up. We started taking profits, adding to the position, taking more profits, and adding as we're going up. And we traded this for the best part of half an hour before we finally got stopped out at $15. VERU was good for us. We didn't go in with bigger size. We didn't try and revenge trade what we were looking for. At this stage, we pretty much made our a lot of our gains back in terms of where we were with made a slight loss on NKTX. We made a bigger loss on Sky Harbor, and we made a lot of our gains back. We just needed that. I think we're about $2,000 down from a 10,000 10,000 position that we were in. So we then went to, after trading VERU, so then we traded our loop, and our loop was moving up. It hit the volatility scanners. It moved up quite a significant, in a very short space of time, into a halt. We switched it on, and on resumption, 5 minute 5 minute halt, and on resumption, it pulled back slightly before then moving up again, and we jumped in, and just as it was about to move into another halt, and got a 10-minute halt this time. So we had the 10-minute halt, and again it gapped up. It then moved up, pulled back a little bit before moving up again. We took profits up here over $5.20. We took profits at 5.90, and then as it started to pull back, we sold, even though we'd already taken our position off. I'm at this point trading the chart and price rather than the actual position. We'd taken the position off, and we sold and went short. So we went short for 5,000 shares, and realizing that we're gone short as it moved back up, we exited the position, covered the position, but we made another $850 in the short position. So, you know, a little bit of quick reactions. I thought I'd taken half the position, actually took the whole position. So when I actually sold the next position, it was a short position, and we made some profits on the short side there. So that was and in total we actually made over $2,500 in that. So that pretty much put us even on the day, with where we were, and traded VERU again. We actually lost a little bit on VERU, and then we went to ATX. We came back a little bit later for NKTX. ATX, looking at it on the 5-minute, this is where we lost to start off with, and on the 5-minute, see the selling off, and I actually looked at the wider time frame, and if you look at this on the 15-minute time frame, see quite clearly that we get a lovely pullback here. We get a reversal. I'm looking for the next candle to make a new high, and that's when, on the 15-minute time frame, that's when we entered. We entered the position there, and we initially entered our position, took a little bit of profit on the way up, then came back. We exited, and then it came back up, and we entered our position again. We were, again, this is the 15-minute now, so we were doubled our position on the way up, took some profits and added back to our position, took some more profits, and then added to our position. This is where we got a real good good rally. When we're getting up here, I'm still in this position up here. We're taking some profits, and then I decide to okay, I'm just going to set a stop at this, and I'll cover half. I'll put a range order on here. I'll cover half. I'll put a stop at $16, which will effectively, I was risking about $5,000 at the time on the whole position. Put $16,000 stop on this, and sorry, a $16 stop on this, and I put a take profit as range stop. So take profit at 17. So our average cost at this stage was I think 16.30. So we were looking at 2-to-1 profit loss ratio, just better than a 2-to-1 profit loss ratio, and we were risking about 5,000 to the downside, but we were looking to make a lot more, and put another stop for the second half at $16. So if it did pull back, get out of the entire position at $16 for a $5,000 loss. But if it all moved up, I would get my first take profit, and then the rest could rally. I went out, I went and took the dog for a walk, a bit of shopping, a few groceries and things. Came back a couple of hours later. We hit the take profit level of 60. We actually got stopped out here at 17.13. It didn't go much above that. It went up to 17.20, 17.23, 17.24. Went up to 17.24. We got our first position, first half of the position, stopped out at 17.30. Still had the stop down here at 16 as I came back in. So I moved it up to 16.75. We were trading up above 17 at this stage. I moved it up to 16.75 and then started to pull back, and I stopped out for that. And we made over $7,000 in profit. And sometimes you take a bigger risk, and it's okay to take a bigger risk in terms of dollar risk, as long as you believe that, as long as your plan enables you to get a bigger reward. And the fact that I'd set my goal ideally at $17 is what I was thinking, but I'm thinking if it makes 17, it's going to make 17.10. So I set my first goal at 17.10. We were about, up the top of my head, my average cost was about 16.35, I think it was at the time, and I set my stop at $16. I was risking 35 cents to make 75 cents. So a little over 2 to 1, and it paid off for us. So that's a lesson in what I would say on risk reward ratios. It's okay to have a bigger risk as long as the reward is bigger as well. I do firmly believe that NKTX is going to go higher, and this is something that I think is going to be a potential swing trade for later this week. And I think we're going to get above $20. There's a huge window between 20 and 24 that I think is an opportunity. This is only my opinion. This is only my reading of the charts. The longer time frames, I've been looking at it over the last year, and this is only my reading of the technical analysis. This isn't a stock pick. This isn't advice to go out and buy this stock or anything like that. It's only my opinion for entertainment and education purposes only. But I believe that this stock is strong. It held most of its gains from yesterday. I believe that the initial catalyst that made it move yesterday is a strong catalyst, and I can see it going on further on. Out of hours, we can see now that it's above $17 again, and I think we may see it gap up again tomorrow. So watch this stock. If we see a gap up tomorrow, 5-10%, I think we could go on another strong run tomorrow. So just watch this stock. I think it's going to be a good pick. In the meantime, $8,897 profit on the day. Another good day, on top of our $23,000 yesterday. So volatility is back. We like volatility. We can profit from volatility as long as the market is trending in one direction or another. Then we can make money. And we've seen today and yesterday with both bull market yesterday, bear market today, in terms of action, that we can see that there are always going to be stocks having a good day. And if you're fortunate enough to be able to see those and get in on those, you can take advantage of that volatility. So with that said, we'll be back at it tomorrow. Come join us, watch the live stream, and look forward to seeing you there.